In 2015, we started self-implementing EOS. I like to joke that we crammed 18 months of learning into 5 years. And then 2018, we really hit our stride. And that's when we made the big leap and jumped up to a 7-figure business.
We were 2 companies, right? 2 separate companies, but a family of 1. Soccer Shots Orange County and Soccer Shots Miami. We had 2 different alignments and we weren't able to focus on one business. And so when we were able to do that and let go of the other business, we were able to essentially starve our distractions and feed our focus. And we focused on one business, utilizing EOS tools. And that's when we saw everything kind of flourish.
I was able to figure out a lot as I went along, but I reached a ceiling, a personal ceiling that began to limit our company. And I reached out to one of my friends and I just asked, I'm like, what is it that I don't know? There's something really big about running a business well that I don't know. And he listened to me for 30 minutes, summarized everything I said down to, it sounds like you're ready to delegate responsibilities without abdicating your responsibility to see the company succeed and see jobs be protected. Is that accurate? And I said, yes. And he goes, I have the answer for you. And he sent me a book. 6 days later, Traction showed up on my doorstep. I read it cover to cover twice in 11 days. And I knew that we had just pivoted in that moment and we were on a whole new trajectory with our business.
Jobin's wife, Amanda Barkey, became a professional EOS implementer, and she has definitely helped us implement in true form EOS into the business. He'll probably talk about this, but he took the rocket fuel job description of integrator and that's how he found me. So in 2015, that's when I came in.
After posting the job description, 128 people applied, including Nancy, our current integrator.
He said we were running on EOS and we just kind of learned together.
Not only was Nancy a capacity fit, but she was perfectly aligned with our core values. And before EOS, I didn't even know to be looking for core values during the interview process.
I'm very direct and assertive. And so I bring that high accountability to the leadership team, also backed with support. One of the best compliments that my leadership team in the past gave me is that they started calling me Mama Nancy.
When I first hired Nancy, what I told her was, everyone is gonna see your capacity from day one. Everyone is gonna know that you're one of the smartest people in the room. All you have to work to convince them is that you care. And so she did that over and over and over again. And within 18 months, we were listening through the walls in our office and we could hear different employees referring to her as Mama Nancy. And I turned and looked at her and I said, no one calls someone Mama Nancy if they don't think they care.
Setting high expectations and goals, I think it gives not only yourself, but the team the confidence to repeat success over and over again.
As a high-scoring visionary, I can often be the biggest distractor when it comes to hitting our goals. Nancy brought in the ability to say no to the owner of the company, and also to select which of my 19, 20 ideas was the one that we should be executing now.
We couldn't be more different. We complement each other's weaknesses.
We have a really good conversation process that we use that we learned from EOS. And it sounds a lot like this. Nancy, I have a really good idea. And she says, wow, it sounds like you've put a lot of thought into this. And then she suggests that maybe we push this off 2 or 3 quarters. And I say, that sounds great. Now I feel validated. The truth is within 2 to 3 quarters, I don't even remember this big idea I had that was so urgent.
In 2020, our business completely tanked and we only saw 2% growth.
We're a children's soccer company run on campus at preschools and parents weren't allowed on campus. So our company ended. And we went through a process of trying to figure out what's next. Is there a next?
Through preparation and a lot of strategy, utilizing our EOS tools and going back to the basics, we quickly rebuild within 1 year back to the 1 million. I do credit our whole leadership team for doing that.
But EOS was the framework that helped us to create a platform where as soon as we knew that we were capable of reopening, the state would let us, we were ready to go. We were ramped up with all the processes and systems in place to explode. When you begin to install an operating system into your business, one of the areas that gets cleaned up immediately is accountability. And when you have people in your organization who aren't a right fit, either they're not a great value fit or they're not a great fit in their role, it's going to shine bright lights on that. and people are going to begin to recede into corners and start saying things like, this isn't working. What they're really saying is, I'm not working, and uh-oh, it looks like we're all figuring it out. That can be a long-term employee, or it can be a business partner. It can be anyone who's been influential in your business getting to a certain point. There's just a realization that as you begin to structure and systemize your business, that everyone needs to be on board, because if one influential person isn't on board, then it's going to start to drive out the people that are really bought in. Using the EOS tools helped to clarify some of the challenging decisions that we needed to make in order to achieve our goals. Some of that included a close look at partnerships, internally and externally, as well as who was leading the charge from the employee standpoint and in operations.
Every one of our team members, especially on the leadership team, would really say that it feels great. It feels great to give back and come from that place of help first, which is really important part of our culture, of our core values.
Not only were we able to make our for-profit business more successful, but we were actually able to begin to generate enough revenue to self-finance a nonprofit that we launched, and we began sponsoring youth programming in West Africa and South America. But we were able to make those dreams become a reality because of EOS.
We're Soccer Shots Orange County and Oahu.
And we achieve more by running on EOS.